Well, this morning we had an amazing treat here at the Summer Institute for the Vocal Arts. Miss Sabrina Learman from Emerson College was with us. Well, not just from Emerson College, from NEC, from NATS competitions, a lot of things that Sabrina does that makes her significantly acquainted with the challenges of developing young singers. And Sabrina, you gave an amazing class today.
Thank you.
Are literally the funniest person. I was laughing at all your jokes. And it was really fun class. So not just informative, but really fun, as we knew that you would be. So I just want to ask you, what are the top three things from today's class that you would like for these young singers to remember? If you could just recap, maybe from that fabulous list that you made of the things that you were seeing generally, or something along those lines, because it just helps the students to remember in a more significant way what they want to take away from today's class.
Okay. I guess first and foremost, I think that young singers need to remember that, yes, you have to have a wonderful voice and talent in order to give the message of your song in the best way, but that they have to remember that they've got to have a reason to sing, and they'll find that in the text, so that they can't just be a gorgeous voice. The voice is more a vehicle for a desperate, important message. And so I think to look at a text logically, I think to take the music away and monologue it is a great way into that. And to really use punctuation and question marks and all that kind of stuff. I also think that the body has to match what the singer or the actor is saying. So one thing that we talked a lot today about was, if you close your eyes, you could hear this amazing, powerful person singing and giving out their message in a really important way, but when you looked at their body, it was a bit apologetic. And so the posture and the stance has to match what the message is. I think that was really important. And I think the other thing is, particularly for this generation that's grown up with technology being right in front of their face, so that you could make a college audition video in your bedroom, a foot away from you, and not have to be very loud to get a really good product. Also, this is a generation that has earphones, they have their music literally right at their eardrums. And so what that creates is this sort of world of subtlety on stage. So today we heard a lot of singers who were doing this very emotionally connected work, but it was so subtle you couldn't hear the things that were quieter, and everything needs to be brought up a notch. They have to remember that they don't have a microphone on when they're auditioning or doing a live performance often.
Yes.
And to stay strong with whatever the message of their song is.
I think that's
those are the things.
Fantastic. And again, I say this, all these amazing guest artists that we've been so lucky to have here at SIVA so far, I feel like I learned so much, that I personally am reminded of some really important tenets. So it's for the young singer, but I think it's for any singer to really learn and carry through their lives. And just since you talked about video submission, just one last piece of advice maybe for the students on video submissions, whether it be for college or a role. How professional, how much do they need to spend on that? What are you guys looking for when you're on a panel looking at video submission?
Well, where I teach, we only do live auditions.
Okay.
However,
That's right.
I've worked with a lot of high school students who had to make videos, and I know this will sound silly, but saying thank you at the end, is if you're doing a live audition, I think is really important.
Yes.
Introducing yourself and your material very slowly and clearly, and also having that, if you can, appear subtitle
on the bottom.
Yeah, so that your information isn't lost. And I think sending follow-up thank you notes for those things.
Oh, that's a great.
You don't know if
that's
someone
a
will
great
read
tip.
them, but if they do, I find that very meaningful.
By email or hand?
I think either way. I would prefer myself a handwritten something because it takes more effort. It's sort of like dressing up.
Yeah.
It takes more effort. I think handwritten is a lost art, and it's when I get something in my box that is handwritten, I'm very grateful.
So they would send that to the head of the department, or?
They can send it to anybody that they audition for. Most auditioners are pretty savvy. They'll go online and they'll find our names.
Fabulous.
And we're easy to track down. So
yep, that's great
really
advice.
Important. I think being polite goes a really, really long way. So
that's great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.